What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Stocks. This is Rustic. Today we're going to be taking a look at Tesla's chart. We're going to look at where price came from, where price ended today, and where price is likely to head tomorrow and into the rest of the week. Before we get started, don't forget to check out the link in the description below. We got a link to the Raw Stocks Trading Discord, where if you're a premium member, you get the custom callouts provided by me. It's free to join. If you don't want to be premium, there's a great community of traders that are hanging out there during market hours. We also have a link to Top Step, where you can attempt to take a trading combine and become a futures funded trader. Once you become funded, you can start making money right away. Let's go ahead and jump into the chart. We have the weekly chart pulled up today. So we're going to take a look at the weekly, and we're going to take a look at some different things going on, and then we'll jump into the daily and the 1 hour and the 15-minute. But on the weekly chart, you can see last week we closed inside week, right? We tried to make a push up. We were unable to stay above the previous week's high. We closed inside, right? And now we are trading down below the last two previous weeks, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 previous weeks low. We've changed or broken structure here, right? And we are pushing on the low from back in April 24th. So basically like a year ago, we're pushing on that low, and that low comes in at 152.11. That's right in line with our trend line. So we could anticipate this week that we possibly either hit it or close right around that level. So it's not looking great for Tesla. We also have RSI that's pointing down. It hasn't got to the completely oversold territory. And so 152.11 is likely at this time. Not expecting to see a big bounce right here. Expecting us to just kind of trickle down this week, possibly even trickle down next week into earnings. And then earnings could either dump us down into some fair value gaps that we have below. So we'll show you on the weekly time frame. This is a bullish fair value gap that we're coming back to test liquidity, right? We're inside of it right now. You can see. I'm not gonna leave that up on my chart, but that's a fair value gap that we're drawing into right now. And then right below that, we got another weekly fair value gap that comes in at a low of 126.07. So if you're short, don't get too excited, but there is possibility that we take this low at 152.11 and that we continue to draw down even further into the below bullish fair value gap where we know liquidity rests. Now, am I expecting us to ever come back and take the 100 level? Not necessarily. I do think we're going to find some kind of support between here and 126, but that is a possibility over the next multiple weeks that we see price come back under 140, maybe even all the way down to like 125. So we'll be watching that. We do have that trend line of support, right? It's a long-term support, and we're pushing it, and it just happens that support line ends up correlating with the 2023 April 24th low as well. So maybe we get a double bottom there. We get equal lows. Maybe we pop back up. Right now on the weekly time frame as well, we have the moving average coming down. And until we're above that moving average, any bounces are just corrective moves. Once we get above that weekly moving average, then we are in a bull case scenario. But right now we're below it. We can't even get back up to test it. Each rally up gets shot back down and continues to be below the weekly 20-period moving average. Now let's drop to the daily chart and take a look today. We have potential of an island reversal if we were to gap up and head up. But right now it's just a doji here at the bottom. Doesn't give us any clear indication. You see, we did make a push into that order block. We've been watching this order block for a while. We saw those equal lows. We never actually took it during market hours. So on the daily chart, it doesn't show it. After market, we did take those equal lows, but either way, we gap below those equal lows. We ran a test today. We didn't hit the trend line. We didn't hit that level of 152.11, but we ran a test down to it. RSI is pointing down. Everything looks bad at this point, right? We are below the 20 period, well below the 20 period moving average on the daily time frame as well. And we are still just watching this trend line of support, see if it holds up or see if we fade it all the way down to the next level of 136.26. If we drop to the 1 hour chart shows us today's price action right here on the 16th. We have pre-market open, right? We fade down, market opens, we pop back up. We kind of try to rally up into post-market or aftermarket hours, right? But it was just minimal. On the 1 hour chart, we're back at the 20 period moving average. we are starting to show some signs of strength on the 1 hour chart, right? And so we could anticipate that maybe we pop back up a little bit. We got our levels here that we were talking about yesterday as well. We got our 160.47. We got 161.18. We got 163.49. We got 166.55. So if we do get above this 20 period moving average, right, then we could see the moving average push us up with the RSI pushing us up. But I still think any rally up is going to see us get dumped on, right? Mainly what I'm watching on the 1 hour chart is this fair value gap here and what we do when we get to it. My gut tells me, because there's no indication on a 1 hour chart right here that we have any fair value gaps or any signs of good entries. And so what I'm expecting that we do is pop back up, right? Then we come back down and we can pop back up from there, or we can fade it even further. Okay. But I do expect that we're probably going to get rejected in this fair value gap right around the 160, 161, give or take. And then see what happens when we get up to that point. Oftentimes when we come on these higher time frame, fair value gaps, we see an immediate rejection off of it. And then sometimes we see us push back through it, or sometimes we see us push back down. Based on structure and what I'm seeing, here we have kind of a 1, 2, 3 kind of wave. So you could also anticipate that we just come down, steal the liquidity one more time, hit that trend line, hit that level, right? And then maybe pop back up from there for a little bit of relief heading into earnings, where I do think earnings are probably going to take us lower. We drop to the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart's the last I'm going to look at today. We saw that opening sell-off. We saw price rally back up, came back down into the beginning of the PM session. And then we kind of, we had an initial pop drop, and then we rallied back up. You can see prices trying to push up. 15-minute chart, right? We're also have RSI pushing up, and we're also approaching that fair value gap, right? And so that would also be in line with the potential of hitting into this fair value gap and then dropping down to steal that liquidity that's at the 153.74 or down to this level of 152.11, right? So be watching for those. Be very wary when we start to get to this 159 all the way up to, 160 to 160 and a half. Just be mindful that there is a high time frame bearish fair value gap that we're likely to draw into to seek some liquidity before we potentially make another move lower. And that's all I'm going to show you. We're not going to drop into the low time frame charts today. Didn't take any entries today in the call outs. Looked at some QQQ trades. Didn't trade a lot today. Had a pretty nice QQQ trade that went off all right. Got stopped out on the second trade of the day. Didn't trade any more for today. But we'll be looking to, call out some more trades tomorrow in the Rostocks premium section for the call out. So if you're not a member, again, links in the description below. Join up, free to join, right? $25 a month for the membership if you want the premium call outs. And there's currently a coupon code 420 sale for the week of heading into 420. That'll give you 42% off the first month or the first payment for premium for either the monthly or 42% off an annual subscription to the Rostocks Discord. So hopefully this chart has been helpful for you guys today. Look forward to seeing you guys in the trading rooms, and good luck tomorrow.